Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the get to know me tag. I thought this might be a good idea because I've done quite a lot of fashion and makeup etc videos, but I've not really done anything that's that personal, so I thought it might be nice for a few of you to get to know a little bit more about me. If you care, you might not, I don't know. So yeah, I thought it might just be fun to have a bit more of a laid back chat kind of video with you where you can get to know a bit more about me. So let's get straight into the questions. So the first one is, what is your middle name? My middle name is Jane, which is my mum's middle name as well, so it kind of runs in the family a little bit. So I think if I have a daughter, hers will probably be Jane as well. What is your favourite colour? Now, I'm very indecisive with what my favourite colour is. I like purple and I like kind of turquoisey colours. So I'd say probably turquoise is my favourite, but I'm always changing my mind and I can never make a decision, so yeah. So the next question is, who was your first best friend? So I'm not really sure who my first best friend was. I know I had a few girls that I used to spend quite a lot of time with before I started school, which were called Georgina, Elizabeth and Rachel. I don't really talk to Georgie or Lizzie anymore, but me and Rachel are still really good friends. We kind of weren't as close during primary school, but then in secondary school we were in the same class and we became really close, and yeah, so she's one of my best friends still to this day. How tall are you? I am about 5'5", so about average really. Cats or dogs? I am a cat person. I have two cats called Doris and Senna. They are just under a year old at the moment. They're about 9-10 months I think, so they're past kind of being cute little kittens anymore, but they still act like them. And I love them to pieces. And yeah, I have had them in a couple of videos before, if you've watched some of my older ones. And yeah, I do like dogs, I don't mind them, but I am more of a cat person. Funniest moment throughout school? That is a really difficult one. I have to admit, I didn't really love school, but I did make some really good friends in secondary school, a lot of which I'm still in touch with now. It's such a long time ago for me now, like I'm 23, so you leave school at 16, so it's like 7 years ago. So I've been longer out of secondary school than I was in it. Me and my friends at school were not the cool kids, we were a bit weird. I remember making up lots of songs and things like that, but I can't think of really a specific moment that would be my funniest. Yeah, I don't know, apart from general weirdness, I'm not really sure. So next is, how many countries have you visited? I do like travelling, but I haven't travelled as much as I would really like to. I've been to Scotland, America, Greece, Spain, Morocco. Where else have I been? Cyprus, Italy, France, Belgium. Apparently I went to Germany when I was a baby, but I don't remember that. So yeah, probably about 10 if I'm not forgetting any at the moment. So that's more than I thought actually. But I would kind of like to travel a bit further afield. Obviously I've done America and I've been to Morocco, which is obviously in Africa, but I'd really like to do a bit of Asia, like Thailand or something, and also Australia. I'm getting married next year, so me and my fiance Craig are hoping to have quite a nice honeymoon. We're not going to be able to do it straight after the wedding, hopefully later in the year, but we're thinking we're going to go to Thailand and Australia for that. Do maybe 3 weeks or a month out there, so that hopefully will come to fruition and I'm really excited about it. Are you in or have you gone to college? If we're talking college as in how people in America would view it, which is equivalent to university in the UK, no, I didn't go to uni. I don't think it was kind of for me. I felt like I'd had enough of education. I just wanted to kind of get out there and start earning, and there wasn't really anything specific that I'd wanted to do. For me, I only wanted to go to uni if I had a specific like profession that I wanted to get into afterwards. So if, say, I decided I wanted to be a doctor, obviously you have to get a degree for that. So if I'd wanted to do something like that, I would have gone to uni. But for me, I didn't want to go to uni just for kind of the sake of it, because it's really expensive. And I didn't want to be in lots of debt, and I thought I'd rather work full-time and earn some money instead. If we're talking college as what it is in the UK, which I guess is like equivalent to high school, I think, in the US, so it's between like 16 and 18. I did my first year, so I did my AS levels, but I didn't do the second year, so I never got my full A levels. Again, with uni, I just kind of wasn't that dedicated to it, and there wasn't really much point in me going to college when I wasn't really putting the effort in and I wasn't getting the most out of it that I could. So after my first year, I just went and found a job and started working full time, and I have been doing that ever since, basically. So the next question is, what was your favourite and worst subject in high school? So my favourite subject was probably art. I'm quite a creative person and I enjoy that kind of thing, and it was just a bit of an outlet for me. I wouldn't say I struggled with my other subjects, but I just liked it because it was a bit different to all the reading and writing you had to do in all the other subjects, or most of the other subjects. So, and I wasn't amazing at it, but I was reasonably good at it. So yeah, I liked art. I did not like drama. Drama was not my thing. I hate acting. I hated anything to do with that, which might seem a bit weird for someone that puts himself out on YouTube, but yeah, I just didn't like drama, and I didn't like my drama teacher either, so that probably didn't help. But yeah, I just didn't get on with it. What is your favourite drink? That's a difficult one. To be honest, with soft drinks, I'm kind of boring. I just drink water all the time because I quite like the taste of it. I know there's not much taste to it, but yeah, I just like water. Alcohol wise, I'm not a big drinker, to be honest with you. I don't drink a huge amount, but when I do, I quite like the Kopparberg or Rekorderlig like fruity ciders. They're really nice, and I do like a few cocktails on occasions. My favourite is probably a mojito. What is my favourite animal? So I think my favourite animal has to be a cat. Obviously, like I said earlier, I have 2 cats, and ever since getting them, I've just really become a crazy cat lady, and I'm not afraid to admit that. I love them. I think they're great, they're funny, they're sweet. So yeah, I like cats. What is my favourite perfume? I think my favourite in my collection is probably my Marc Jacobs Daisy Dream. It's a really kind of sweet, lovely fragrance. If you don't like sweet scents, then you won't like it, but yeah, I like that. That's my favourite. But I have just bought C by Giorgio Armani, which was really pricey, but that smells really, really gorgeous as well. And it's a little bit more grown up and less sweet than the Marc Jacobs one. So yeah, those are my 2 favourites. Tea or coffee? I am a bit weird, especially for someone from England, that I don't really drink tea or coffee. But if I had to pick out of the 2, it would be tea, because I despise coffee. I think it is disgusting. I don't understand how people drink it. I think it tastes horrible. So yeah, if I had to drink one out of the 2, it would be tea. I am a fan of peach iced tea from Costa though, which I think is more sugar than tea. But yeah. What would you name your children? Me and my fiance have discussed this actually. So ideally we want 2 children. I think the name we picked for a boy was Jamie and the girl was Leah. Next question is, what sports do you play or have you played? I have to admit, I am not a sporty person. I am very lazy. I don't exercise that much. I probably should, but yeah. I'm not that into it. But I did play rounders at school. That was probably my best sport, but even then I wasn't that brilliant at it. And I did do quite a lot of swimming at school as well, but again, I haven't really done a lot of that recently apart from on holiday. What is your favourite book? I don't read a whole lot anymore. I just feel like I don't have time, which is a shame because as a kid I read so much. But with working full time, like trying to run a house and YouTube and Instagram and everything else, and yeah, I just find I don't have a lot of time to read. But I do love all the Harry Potter books. They're probably my favourite series. I've loved them ever since I was a kid. When I was 11, in the school holidays between primary school and secondary school, I sat and waited for my Hogwarts letter and it never arrived, and I was really sad. But yeah, so Harry Potter are probably my favourite books. Next question is, who are some of your favourite YouTubers? I have quite a lot, so I probably can't list them all, but I think some of my favourites are probably Soph Does Nails. She just seems like a really sweet, down-to-earth girl, like someone that I'd kind of be friends with in real life, and yeah, I just think she's really talented and her videos are kind of easy to watch. You feel like you're watching a friend, and yeah, I really like her videos. I also really like Emma's Rectangle. I think, again, she's the kind of person I'd be friends with in real life, and she is so talented. Her makeup skills are insane. Another YouTuber I really like is Tati. I think she's just so knowledgeable. Like, she has obviously been really passionate about makeup for such a long time, and she's that little bit older and she's had a bit more experience, and yeah, I just think she's really great, and when I'm maybe 10 years older I want to be Tati. And probably the last one I'm going to mention is Raw Beauty Christy. I've only been subscribed to her for about a month. I just came across her, but especially her Halloween tutorials, they are absolutely incredible, and I really love her honesty. I think she does all her no bullshit reviews and I just think they're great. She's not afraid to say it how it is, and you know when you're watching her you're gonna get the truth. What is your favourite film? Like with books, I have to say I'm not the biggest film watcher. Again, I feel like I don't get that much time. When I am watching something, a lot of the time it's YouTube. So I don't watch a huge amount of films, but I do really love Disney films. My favourite is probably The Lion King. It's just was such a big part of my childhood and it brings back so many memories. And yeah, I love it. Are you single or taken? I am taken. I have a wonderful fiance called Craig. We're getting married next April. It's just under 6 months away now, and it's really exciting but also really scary because I still have so much to plan. I'm thinking about doing a bit of a series on my bridal makeup, so if you'd like me to do that then leave me a comment down below and let me know. What's your idea of an ideal first date? I mean, my first date with Craig, we went to Clacton Pier, which is a kind of seaside town near me, and we went on the pier which has all arcades and bits, and then went for a walk along the seafront in the evening. If you know Clacton, it's not like the nicest place in the world, but it was just really laid back and lovely. So I'd say my ideal first date is probably something laid back where you can talk and get to know each other, but nothing too kind of formal. I just want to be chilled out and relaxed and comfortable. So how many girlfriends or boyfriends have you had? I have had, let's count, I've got obviously Craig that I'm with now. Probably serious boyfriends, 4. I am kind of one of them people that is always in a relationship. I like relationships, I like having that other person. And I've never, this is going to sound big-headed, but I've never ever struggled to find a relationship, even since I was like 14 years old. I don't know why, but yeah. So yeah, I've had like 4 serious boyfriends, but I think I've definitely found the right one now. My favourite memory from childhood, this is a difficult one. There's a lot to choose from. I think probably Christmases are my favourite memories, especially as like younger children. We used to go to my grandma's house, who had a really big house, probably just over an hour away from us, and obviously at the time I didn't think it was big, it was just grandma's house, but it was an amazing house. And yeah, it was just a chance to get all the family together, obviously opening lots of presents, which was lovely as a kid. Well, it still is now, but yeah, as a kid it's even more exciting, and I loved spending time with my grandma. And yeah, they were just really happy times. Do you speak any different languages, and how well? No, I don't speak any different languages properly. I know like tiny little bits of French from school, but yeah, I never kind of learnt it properly. I can't speak it fluently or anything. Right, the next question is, do you have any siblings? Yes, I do. I have a younger sister, her name is Jess, and as children we used to fight like anything, but as we've got a bit older we are pretty good friends now. She is 21 and she's just graduated, and she's just got her first job as a nurse in Great Ormond Street Hospital, which is really exciting. She's done really well for herself. So yeah, proud big sister over here. Question number 25. How would you describe your fashion sense? That is a difficult one. I don't really know. I mean, a lot of my clothes are from Primark, to be honest with you. Is Primark a way of describing your fashion sense? I'd probably say quite casual. I'm not someone that's constantly really dressy. I do like dressing up sometimes, but day to day in general life, I'd say I go for kind of comfort, casual clothes. What is your favourite restaurant? This is a really hard one. When I eat out, I do try and eat out in like independent restaurants as opposed to chains, because I think it's just nicer to like support smaller businesses and stuff. But I do like TGI Fridays. I think they're really yummy, but it's a bit of a treat because it's quite expensive and very fattening. So yeah, I really like that. I do like Italian, although a lot of the chains kind of get a bit samey after a while. Miller and Carter is a good one. It is a chain, but it's a really kind of, in my experience, high quality chain. I really enjoy the food there, and obviously it's a steakhouse, so if you like steaks then you'll probably like Miller and Carter. What are some of your favourite TV shows? Well, I'm quite into cooking, and MasterChef Australia is on at the moment and I'm a bit obsessed with it. If you're a bit of a foodie then you'll probably love that one. I also like Bake Off. It's not quite as good since it's been taken away from the BBC, but I still enjoy watching it. What else do I like? Me and Craig are watching Game of Thrones at the moment. We kind of started the first series as the 7th series was coming out, and we're already on the 7th series, which is crazy. We've really binge watched them. But yeah, we're really enjoying it. It took me a little while to get into. To begin with, I found it a little bit like just a lot of blood and violence and sex, but once you get into the storyline, it is really good, and I'm going to be really upset when they finish the 7th series. I don't know what I'm going to do. PC or Mac? I have never had a Mac. I've always had PCs, so I'm going to say PC. What phone do I have? I have an iPhone, and I didn't have one for years. I was one of these people that was like, no, I don't want an iPhone, blah blah blah. But a couple of years ago I caved and got one, and to be fair, I can see why so many people like them. I really love my iPhone. They're just so easy to use, and yeah, they're great. So the final question, number 30, is tell us one of your bad habits. Probably my worst bad habit is I'm really quite messy. I just seem to be able to function with a lot of chaos and stuff around me, whereas Craig, my other half, likes things really tidy and in place. And yeah, I'm not very good at keeping things tidy. So anyway, that is all of the questions. I hope you have enjoyed this video and you've enjoyed getting to know a little bit more about me. If you have done videos like this yourself, leave a link to them in the comments below, because I'd love to watch some of your videos as well. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and subscribe if you'd like to see what else I have coming up. Thanks for watching everyone. Bye!